Welcome back to the Arch Plays with Starbuck Transom.
I can't remember what. When you made that sound, it connected something in my brain, but I can't reach it. It's just far away.
Was it that?
No, it's something more. Like my mind says, "Ooh, but that I don't even know what that fucking is." Never mind. I'm not a vampire. Hello. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon goddess. Like, what's her face? Yeah. You know, Sokka's girlfriend.
Yeah, Yue.
Yue, yeah.
Hey, Mario. Do you like bananas? So we're in bitch. Who likes bananas?
I guess.
Well, you gonna go bananas? Yeah, on the moon!
Oh boy, welcome to cutscene heaven.
Yeah, this is all gonna be upside down with like that big copyright thing over it.
Well, yeah, because Nintendo doesn't understand like Let's Plays and particularly our style of Let's Plays.
Yeah,
but,
and maybe right now I'm gonna have it like rotating or something like that.
Ooh, yeah, something fun. Ooh, have flashes if you can.
I worry about flashes because like,
Well, just like one flash.
Killing epileptics.
Fine, one flash. There's a thing in Vegas you can do just one flash.
Okay. You'll have to do it. I don't know where it is.
Fuck it, we're not doing it. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. I value my laziness more.
Bowser's Moon Wedding.
Okay, so do you have anything more to say about characters that you might put on?
Being characters?
Yeah.
I always looked down on Spoony for saying that he had like this character that he was playing. Back when he was, a guy who made stuff. Whoa! Oh yeah, we really are on the moon.
Ooh. Hold on, I need a burp. I've got something to say, so don't say anything, but just... now it's gone.
Alright, so, Spoony one.
Yeah, oh, come on, it's like hanging in my throat. This fucking sucks. Okay, so... I never looked down on anyone who necessarily did a character. I just thought it was, like, interesting storytelling and just made things richer. Like, as long as I could trust that their review is, it's pretty much what they actually feel, then it was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I feel that kind of in the way, like, the Phantom Reviewer would do storylines, like, sort of in his reviews and have sort of character about it, this guy who just fucking watches Phantom movies all day and is pretty much like the Phantom of the Opera, only he's not a musical genius.
Well, see, when Mask and I were originally planning the first show, the one that is now lost to the sands of time,
the first show?
We used to do video game reviews, remember?
You what? Oh, wait, no, I don't remember, because you didn't have any of the files by the time
we didn't save any of them. Yeah, they all got lost in the Blipocalypse.
The only thing that I was able to see of either of you guys' work, like, before me, was Mask's Counting on Your Fingers video, and then your paracord and knife reviews. That was it.
Yeah, that was all, like... I'm going to go ahead and call that the second wave, the wave that we're currently on, really. No, this is really more third wave.
Yeah, this is third wave, definitely, because Mask isn't producing shit.
It's the depression hole.
Well, could you just not be sad? Okay, I had to say that, and I'm really sorry for saying it, because, people actually...
There's a whole... It's funny that you mentioned that, because there's a whole article about it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I think so. But, at least there was a conversation, and Mask was like, well, I'm going to turn this into an article. And I'm like, sure you will.
But yeah, part of me is rather sad for saying that because, there are people out there who legit think that of depressed people will just stop being sad.
Well, that's what our conversation was about, was that even if you can do that, it's still really patronizing and dismissive to talk like that.
Oh, yeah.
What? I wanted to be on top of it. Fuck you.
I guess you can't.
Not allowed, not
Fuck
allowed.
What was I gonna say? No. Oh, finally got that burp out, and I've got another one coming.
Okay, so you got another thing coming.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, when I started my... No, it wasn't even gonna necessarily...
It was about the Spoony thing, right?
Yeah, and was just thinking about, starting my own videos, and now that I think about it, I never really had a character in mind for Not a Vampire. I had, like, a gimmick in my head about who she is, but in the end, it's just always been me with a fictional gimmick.
Fictional gimmick.
The voice stealing thing.
The voice stealing thing.
Yeah.
Which you haven't touched on since you haven't done any more canon reviews.
No, and in the Love Never Dies one, I decided not to do it because, fuck it, I just need to get this shitty thing out.
Yeah.
And in the end, it wasn't a shitty video. I'm just, remembering how I felt about the process of getting it out.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now with Degrassi Retrospective. It's like, so much fucking work, not really, like...
Well, YouTube, the medium, punishes long-form content like that now. Because it takes
really?
Yours takes so long to produce.
Oh, yeah, because, like...
YouTube wants daily uploads right now.
For the folks at home who don't know, like, my videos that I release weekly, I don't script it. But my long videos, like...
You should mention that in one of your videos, for real. People will be blown the fuck away.
You've told me that before, and I don't know where to organically, like, put that. But yeah, I don't script my weekly, 2 to roughly 15-minute videos. Anything that's a canon review or a Degrassi retrospective, something like that, and even my Frankie is a Racist video, I had to script those. And that takes time because when I script something, well, 1, I need to write it out, 2, I need people to look it over because, this is what I'm going to say, and I don't want to be incorrect, and I want it to be pointed out when I'm I'm making mistakes. And then after that, then it's recording, and then it's editing, and because, it's a scripted video, it's going to be much longer, it's going to be a lot more of an edit, even though I do fucking nothing for my editing.
Yeah, like, looking at Digi's one-day videos, it's gotta be disheartening.
Yes and no. Like, for the most part, like, if I had, if I didn't work a job, like, where I had to be gone for 8 hours a day, then I think I could do that. As long, like, if I had enough ideas, I could do it. But recently he just put out the satisfying content video, and that one pisses me off because, like, it was 2 minutes and he was, like, calling it, like, just something he had to crank out quickly. But that had way more editing than I've ever had in any of my videos. And it's just like, well, how do you fucking do this when you're driving 15 hours? Like, did you just... Like, the only way I can think of it is either he handed it off to Devu, or he's just a fucking nude type in that way as well.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the fact that he uses new type to mean autistic person?
I think you need to clarify that, because he doesn't necessarily mean it as, like, just autistic. Like, so... in the type where, like, someone who can't function in society necessarily, and it has little worth in the way that people usually use autistic, but more that they're defective in a particular way that makes them great at something. And something that is valuable in some way.
That is... Yeah.
Like, you
what did he call it? The new type revolution? Is that what he named the video? It was, like, 6 months ago.
Oh, no. What I'm basing it on is his recent No Game, No Life video, which you haven't seen yet.
Gotcha. Because the last time that I saw anything about it, he did literally mean, like, he means actual autism. He like, it's not a meme. He means actual autism. Real autism is the future. That is his assertion.
Well, yeah, and he means that, but I'm saying it's not in the way that people use, like, autistic, like, to mean you're just dumb and bad. But
yeah, because autistic is the new retarded.
Yeah.
As far as, like, 4chan is concerned.
Well, yeah, he means it in the way where you are defective in some way, but you're defective in a way that makes you, like, really, like, special, not special snowflake, but something like, there's something you can do that other people can't. Or that you just work on a higher plane than normies. That sort of thing. Oh,
That's something
there's a fucking squid monster.
that my younger self would have been all about. Is there's something that you can do that other people can't, and you work on a higher level than fucking normies.
So why don't you?
Oh, come at me.
Well, okay, so it came off as a insult, and I did not mean it that way at all. What I was trying to say was, why don't you think that way now?
Oh, I do, but also my younger self would have been
Okay,
all
it sounded like you were gonna say, but then I realized the error of my ways and I fucking suck.
Absolutely not. No, I'm awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking that was rather
And that ties back
uncharacteristic.
to my original point that I was driving at for such a long time, which is that
Tying it back to childhood.
no, the thing about Spoonie, why Mask and I always looked down on Spoonie for in quotes playing a character, because like Tarbuck is not unlike me. The only thing that I'm playing is his like speaking habits. That's it. That's the only difference between him and me. Like when I say Tarbuck is more confrontational than me, that's just a like quirk of speech. All of the decisions that the Tarbuck character makes are things that I would really do in real life. There is like, as far as what we would do, there's no difference.
That's fair.
It's like putting on an accent almost.
Yeah, and I think that fits with the non-vampire character too, if you can call her a character. Because she is me, it's just a different part of me.
Yeah, it's the timid part of you.
This is the part of me that I can put on the internet and not be afraid of getting called out for stupid shit.
Well, you're also a woman on the internet, which is its own like whole thing.
Yeah, I'm very glad that I've still not gotten any of the typical woman like on the internet stuff yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that nobody draws porn of you right now. You're not big enough though. You need to be like 5,000 before people start drawing porn of you.
I did get my first bit of fan art, so I'm really happy about that. Also, reminder for anyone who is listening who wants to draw porn of me, by all means, please do so. Go ahead. Please don't show it to me.
We're gonna come back to that because I have more to bring up about that on a future episode.
Okay. Yeah. So characters and childhood and shit.
It was especially important to Mask because, well, you know the whole like hooded faceless figure thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a like there's supposed to be a whole like video planned where I myself step out from behind the curtain and I'm like, yo, I'm just doing a voice. And the reason I'm just doing the voice is because when this is another reason you haven't seen any of the Mask game reviews, is that you ever hear Mask's voice filter?
I've never, and it's, from what I hear, it's infamous because you guys keep talking about it like, oh, that fucking thing, and it's just like, oh, I never knew.
Because it's impenetrable.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, at the end of Mask Counting on Your Fingers video, I remember you reading the line about how the voice, you had to go over it because the voice filter was stupid. What? Do what you must, I am done. What? What happened here?
He doesn't want to move aside for me.
Oh, maybe this is something you have to come back for when you're done with fucking up Bowser. As I say, as being someone who's like, oh, I wish I didn't swear so much.
Yeah. So, there was supposed to be a reveal video where I step out from behind the curtain and I'm like, I'm just doing a voice, actually. Like, I'm not, like, this voice that you're used to, that's not Mask. I'm just a friend.
Yeah.
And there was supposed to be a big thing, and where I, like, tease that maybe I am, and there's, like, this low-key ARG that we've been planning since 2002.
You know how we can get it done if Mask fucking makes the videos and keeps saying that.
Yo, but, like, think about that.
It does sound really cool, and like, I want that to be a thing.
there's stuff out there that are references to it that were published around like 2002 is a stretch. I mean, like it was more like, actually, was it?
It
No,
reminds
it was,
me, like,
it
when
was
we were
04.
doing the Love Never Dies video, I asked Mask what the whole Only Diamonds thing was about, because that didn't fucking make sense. And, you know, it was like, it's part of my,
Yeah, I know what that means.
Yeah, it's part of my mythos, like, that type thing. And it's like, oh, well, no one's gonna find that, because it's not out anywhere.
It's a really old... It's a reference to Jade.
Oh, well, that part was never explained to me.
Yeah.
Like, well...
That got a whole lot sadder, didn't it?
You were in the room. You could have said that. I mean, I guess I can understand not wanting to wanting to bring that up in front of Mask, because that whole situation it was a whole to do. But
yeah, and nobody who's listening to this is going to be able to use that to find and solve the puzzles. But
I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's just like a reference to real life. That's some of that, like...
You mean offline life?
When I say real life, I mean not part of the constructed narrative.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
That's some Endless Jest stuff.
Endless Jest stuff.
You didn't know that? Endless Jest has a lot of his character stuff is references to his real life.
I had no idea. Well, you're way more into Endless Jest than I am. Remember, there's that barrier to entry for me to get into him.
Yeah. Well, what you need to do is get up on that broken brilliance. Once you die inside, then it all starts to make sense.
See, understand that I am not a new type. I don't get that privilege.
And new type privilege.
Yes, exactly. No. New type privilege, 2018 take back mental incapacities. I don't know. Man, 2018 though. But that's another topic for another time.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. I don't know how many times I've called out Mask and Bees, and I don't know if it's ever reached, because we haven't released the videos, so who knows, like, if Mask has been scouring our hard drives or
Probably
what.
not.
But still, I'm gonna say it again.
I haven't watched any of them back, so...
I'm gonna say it again, and maybe it will reach, but fucking make some fucking videos that I want you to make so I can actually engage with your content.
Yeah, because nobody reads.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of this, like, jerking off our friends.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's go back to childhood.
No, we're gonna finish this thing about character that I've been trying to get across.
What else do you have?
Where I was going with that whole, like, meta mythos reveal and launching the ARG is, like, because Mask and
you're gonna need that guy.
To a lesser extent, I have a lot of controversial opinions and stuff, and with the artifice of being an animated person, it's gonna look like, well, that's just a character, and people are gonna say that, and the real answer is, no, I'm not just playing a character, this is actually for real. Like, a lot of the wider world stuff is how it gets tagged on the website.
I never thought about it, but yeah, Mask's character in general, it's not very necessarily human-like or identifiable as a particular person, so yeah, I can definitely see it as, being accused of being a character.
Yeah. And the reason it's necessary to say it the way that we are is because the reason we were so hard up on the Spoony one is because he wrote his character in such a way that the character of the Spoony one would make certain decisions or stuff like that the real person would not. And that's something that was interesting that Linkara addressed in his content and then rectified. Because the character of Linkara was a supervillain in training, essentially. And
yeah, he was starting to be that way.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
he
I
said that
can't-
in like interviews and stuff like that, is that the character was always supposed to be like a bad person.
Really?
Yeah, and then like 2 years later is when he did the villain arc.
I think the way I remember, I can't remember where I heard it, but it was something like he had. Oh no! Now I remember. So, like the way I remember, the way I heard it was that he didn't like how the character of Linkara was portrayed in Suburban Nights, where he was basically being a dick and acting out of the nice person that Linkara and like the Linkara character is. So it got him thinking, like, well, what if we took this like and made it into something? And so that's why he made the, you know, him becoming evil, the guns and guns and
whole
magic
Gunslinger arc.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not Gunslinger, but the
the Guns and Magic
yeah,
arc.
Guns and Magic arc, because Gunslinger was something else. Yeah, and that's what prompted that, or at least that's what he's said. I read that in one of the things that he released about, like his thoughts on the nostalgia, like movies and such.
I guess I should fix it and say it's not.
Oh, I think you're dead.
It's not that he is a supervillain. It's that he had said that the character of Linkara is an asshole, and he didn't like. And that's kind of always been the case because he uses his abilities for petty things, and he has like a spaceship and.
See, but I kind of enjoyed that. I love his, you know, I have a spaceship moments. You know, just like, you know, it's knowing who you are, man, you know? You're not just any fucker off the street, you got a fucking spaceship.
Mm-hmm. So the promise that we made to each other was when we start making content like this, we're not, if we ever do anything like playing a character, it's not going to be anything that was outside of the realm of what's actually true about us.
Ooh. That makes sense.
So
It's kind of like how the Nostalgia Critic has a show about real thoughts on.
yeah, like there should never be a real thoughts on because you should always be representing your real thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we always said.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm just staying away from certain topics, because I don't want to I don't want to address them disingenuously. If I've got something disingenuously, I want to talk about them, but I just fucking won't because I'm reluctant to give my actual thoughts on it.
Well, I guess I have to.
Yeah. I don't think he's the guy that tries to kill you. He's just a bro.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Look at them cool
He's
guy
a bro,
glasses.
but not a dude bro.
Right.
But he also he knows what's up, because, you know.
There we go.
Yay!
Okay. So that was the point that I've been trying to make about my character, and because it's gonna stand out if we ever release that. Yeah, I'm saying if. I'm calling you out, motherfucker. That
Or,
is necessary to get out. That
I don't... Like, at this point, you might just want to re-record it, because...
well, we never recorded it in the first place.
Okay, when you said re-release, it sounded like you'd already...
If we ever release that video, if it ever
comes out.
Yeah, if it ever turns into a project, then it needs to... I don't want this and the stuff that I say to contradict that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, is it ever hard when it's not mainly your project to keep the kayfabe. Do you know what I mean when I say kayfabe?
No.
Do you know what kayfabe is?
No.
Kayfabe is, in wrestling, the fiction of wrestling. Like, the storyline, the this is all real part. That's kayfabe. It comes from something like be fake, or maybe I made that up. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a whole thing, though.
Okay.
Man, if I didn't have pro strats, that would have been so much harder.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how the fuck are you gonna do that? Oh, you could also just not.
Yeah, by just not doing it. That's how I would do that. Precision! You can adjust the course afterwards, if not as fun. Okay.
Well, you also just need to be careful not to...
Get hit. Even
Well,
once.
no, run off the edge. Because that is something that I would have done.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This lady again.
This bitch.
Only she's got fucking hats on her doggo.
It's something...
You're great, my darling. Oh, is she Mama Rudolph?
I do believe it's lunchtime for my nearly powered up chain chompikins.
Jane Chompikins? Oh my god. I love that name. Like, to the point where I'm halfway considering changing my name on Twitter to be Jane Chompikins.
No one will know it's you.
I know, and that's why I honestly can't. I can't do... At this point, I can't do the Lindsay Ellis thing and just change my name as I please.
Unless you become Lindsay Ellis sized.
Yeah, not yet. If no one can tell, right now I'm pushing my Twitter because, you know, fan interaction, yo.
At my behest.
Yeah,
I told you
it
to
was.
push your Twitter.
It was. Maybe. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that makes... Or, no, I feel like...
I told you to put a thing at the end of your videos pushing your Twitter, and then you didn't. And then I was like, no, seriously, you have got to do this.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. For some reason, right now, the only thing I remember is you telling me, like, I need to actually have it written on screen. So I was like, okay, fine.
That's also true.
Man. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'm at NotVampire, and, you know, sometimes I say cool things, other times I say absolute shit, but if you're into that, come follow me.
Alright, I don't have to go all over everywhere. All over around the world, around the world, around the world.
Do you have anything else to say about characters?
I think that was it. It just took me forever to actually get it out because we kept branching off.
Okay. So, about childhood.
Childhood.
Want to continue childhood in the next episode? Now that we're changing topics.
Yeah.
Childhood. Next
time on Yours Place.
Be there.
Or be square.
No. I'm doing an anime stinger. Why don't you get that?
Be there.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna cut this part.